A very interesting and popular topic here, yet most people don't do this the right way. And I'm going to explain 2 ways that you can do body recomping. I'm talking specifically in the state of building muscle and losing fat in X amount of time. I'm going to use 6 or 3 months as an example. This is me right here on the left. These pictures are 1 year apart. I clearly have bigger arms. Yeah, okay, the lighting helps. Bigger chest, fuller abs, nicer abs, denser abs, and I'm leaner, right? I'm gonna go ahead and address this now at the beginning of the video because I know people are already typing away, oh, but you did this with gear. Well, this was a year ago, and there was 8 months in between this where I was still natural. I only got on stuff here recently, this year. And 2, these are all natural clients of mine on Team Leland currently that I've taken or they're currently being put through body recomposition changes. So this is Jimmy. These pictures are gonna be blurry, so I apologize. This is Jimmy right here. These pictures are just under 2.5 months. Okay, the legs look smaller, but he had ACL surgery, so you can't make fun of him. He had ACL surgery. Much fuller abs. He's tanner. He looks better. Face not as bloated. You can see everything here. I'm not doing a BP segment here, but I'm trying to tell you guys here. Same thing. His buddy actually, Parker, leaner, broader shoulders in the second picture, much stronger, said in his words. Cameron, same exact concept, way leaner. You can definitely see in this picture right here. Round, lost 25 pounds and got stronger. You can see that he maintained his muscle mass. And these other 2 clients as well. This is definitely my favorite transformation ever. I'm sorry to these guys. All these guys are great. Dawson here, he went crazy. And these are all natural, by the way. All natural. So, to the segment in which I wanted to discuss is body recomposition. And like I said, this is the state of losing fat and putting on muscle at the same rate. That's what we're looking to do. Does this mean the same rate like this? Always doesn't have to be. And that's why I'm going to discuss that there is 2 ways in which you can do body recomposition. Now, people use the word recomp and recomping and changes just mean your body changing. This could be adding fat and muscle. It could be doing anything in the gym, but I'm talking specifically, and I'm even going to type this down for you guys, in gaining muscle, just like I typed here. This is what I'm talking about today of body composition. Everybody wants to do this. These are great for beginner lifters, skinny fat lifters that are beginning to intermediate, or just guys that have been in the gym for a while and they're a heavier body fat with a lot of muscle. You want to maintain muscle or put on muscle while you're losing fat. Yeah, that could just be a deficit. It could just be a surplus depending on your goal. But I'm talking specifically, you want to put on muscle and lose fat. You're probably relatively staying around the same weight. Maybe you're losing 5 to 10 pounds. So like here, right here, this is a great recomp, but he lost, I believe it was 12 pounds and put on muscle, natural, in 3 months. Let's get to it. The first way, I'm going to talk the least important way, the way that is essentially just a deficit. So I'm going to be talking on how you could do this in a deficit where you maintain muscle. Now, the second one is harder and more important if you're trying to recomp. First way, I'm going to use an example here. This is how I'm going to display this using examples. So let's say you're eating 3,000, or your maintenance, sorry, is 3,000 calories. I'm going to use this number as your maintenance the entire time, 3,000 calories. And that's if you are doing 15 minutes of stairs 7 days a week and you're getting 10,000 steps. Maintenance, TDEE, and NEAT and EAT, so our rest activity, our staying still activity, BMR, and our movement activity all together to make a maintenance of 3,000 for our daily expenditure. What you would have to do, let's say you're in this right here, you're in this range right here. So you're not too high a body fat, he was probably 22, and you want to just recomp and get here. I'm going to use Dawson as an example this entire time. We want to go about it by losing fat first. How are you going to do this? So our goal here, you can do this one of 2 ways. I'm going to speak about both of these ways that you can do that. One in which is doing a aggressive deficit, maintaining muscle, but you have to run this for a short amount of time. Can you lose muscle in this? Yes, but the reversal is what matters for the recomping. So instantly, this is what we're doing. You are going to jump down to 2,500 calories, do the same cardio, and then you will run this. The note, this is what you need to make sure you're doing, weighing yourself every single day. That is our goal. It's supposed to be an E, by the way. We're going to be weighing ourselves every day for at least the first week to know that we are in a deficit. And surely, if you are here maintaining, you're probably in a deficit, eating 500 calories less, doing the same exact numbers on as your activity. You will probably run this for 2 to 3 weeks, and then you will drop down again, 2,300, basically just trying to lose as much fat as possible. I don't recommend recommend this, but if you're in a hurry, I understand if it's before summer or before vacation, this would be your best bet. And the reason why we try to get leaner first is because you are more insulin sensitive when you are leaner. So getting leaner would help have more glucose or glycogen or nutrient or carb partitioning to our muscles to be fuller and train harder. And if you guys didn't know, the driver of muscle growth is mechanical tension. So if you don't have glycogen, can't provide that stimulus to the muscles to be able to grow. With this being said, when you get to this spot of, let's say you go from 17% to 12% in an aggressive deficit, but obviously you're not putting on muscle in there, so there's no recomp. You're just deficiating calories. You would jump up these calories, 2,300, back up to 2,500 in cardio. 2 weeks later, back up to, it's probably not 3,000 anymore. Your deficit or your maintenance probably isn't 3,000 anymore. So what you would do is you would find your maintenance again, which is probably if you lost, let's say 5 pounds, you maintain muscle, probably like 8 pounds, 9 pounds of fat. So your maintenance now is probably 2,700, let's say. So then you'll reverse back up to 2,700. Whatever cardio you're on the same cardio. So you bring that over as well. And then you stay there. That drives to what the number 2 is, but I'm gonna tell you how you can do this again. And then I'll get to what you do after you reverse. So after you get to that leaner state and you reverse, then you will do this. Or if you were already leaner, you would start with doing this for body composition, meaning you would either main gain at this point, or you would recomp and put on muscle after the deficit. So let's say you reversed, right? And you got to 2,700 calories. And that took you, let's say 2 months, get from 17 to 12% body fat, and you're on 2,700 calories, and then it took you a month to reverse. So you're at 3 months right now, and you're on 15 minutes of stairs, and you're on 10K steps. So you did the first step because you were skinny fat or a higher body fat percentage. So now you're more, the text went away for some reason. I'm just going to use IS here. You are more insulin sensitive now. This is better for glucose partitioning, burning calories, and providing more energy to provide a better stimulus in the gym, but also toward your cardio. And this is a good thing because let's say week 1, you stay the same exact weight because you're on the same exact calories activity. This isn't enough. You could have more. What do? Let's bump up the steps to 15K. Let's stay on 15 minutes of stairs after, let's say, 3 weeks. This is a 3-week jump. Then you can up your calories probably by 150 easily. If you lose weight, bump it up another 50. You know what I'm saying? So this is the driver. This is the thing that you are going to consistently do. Let's say you did this method, right, for 8 weeks. Okay, and you've jumped 2 pounds and you've lost okay amount of fat. Eventually, let's say you're at 2,900 calories, 20 minutes of stairs, and 12K steps. This is where you're at, and you're staying the same weight. Like I said earlier, the driver of putting on muscle isn't calories. It isn't macros. It isn't a fucking vitamin D. It isn't creatine. It is mechanical tension. If you are pushing up weight 2 weeks later, you are pushing up more weight, faster tempo, more reps, meaning you are progressive overloading. I've talked about this on my social media as well. I put my social media on the left side right here the whole entire time if you guys have not seen that. TikTok and Instagram. Mechanical tension is the driver. So as long as you're progressive overloading, providing the right amount of stimulus to the muscles, you will grow. If you are doing that, these calories are comfortable, you can eat this every day with the right amount of macros. I'll talk about that in a second. This isn't too much cardio and this isn't much steps for you. You can handle all this. Stay here. Put on 1 or 2 pounds of muscle and you might lose a pound of fat. Then okay, maybe I can handle more calories, so I'm providing more stimulus. Let me jump up to 2980 calories and then do the same cardio. This is how you will main gain after you deficiate calories. So this video is essentially about recomping. Recomping is literally just changing your body composition, changing how you look. But in this case, we want to lose fat, gain muscle, whether that's at the same time, which is this example, or whether that's losing fat first, then gaining muscle, like the first example. I put this as straightforward as possible. I'm sorry if I'm not the best at explaining this, but over time, let's say this is a 12-week span right here. You can clean surplus and body recomp the other way, which leads to my other example, honorable mention example. Let's say you just did this, okay, and you main gain for a while, but you want to now go into a surplus. So you're at 2,900 calories, 20 minutes of stairs, and 12K steps. Okay, I'm sorry, it looks kind of bad. Now, you will just bump up these calories to 3,100, say this is your maintenance, and now you're in a clean surplus. You put on fat now, what do? You won't aggressive cut like I mentioned in the first one. Instead, you will just reverse out of the surplus. So you're at 3,100 now, 20 minutes of stairs, and 12K steps. What are you going to do whenever let's say you run this lean bulk for 3 months and you're now 15% body fat, but you want to get back to 12. You're still insulin sensitive. You can maintain here very easily. Go down to 12. What do? Reverse into a deficit. You'll go to 2,900, back to a little under your maintenance now because you put on weight, the same stairs, same thing. And obviously when you gain surplus, you'll be up to probably like 3,300 at the end of your surplus because you'll continue to ascend in weight. 2,900 calories now, 20 minutes of stairs, 12K steps. Then what do you do next? Change your steps to 20, or your stairs to 25, or however many you're doing a day. Bump up your steps the next, and you bump down the calories to 2,700. And then you get to the 12% body fat range, and then you decide, do you want to lean bulk again? Do you want to keep the cut, or do you want to main gain? If you want to main gain, then you go back to this example that I just said. Body composition, changing your body composition, eating is so easy. You guys just overcomplicate it. It's literally thermodynamic. If you want to lose weight, find your maintenance need under that. If you are extremely overweight and you want to lose fat first and gain muscle, follow the first example. If you want to maintain your body fat percentage, if not lose a little more, but put on muscle at the fastest rate possible, so main gaining, then do both at the same time, like the example I did in 2. If you want to lean bulk first and then reverse out of that to a cut and then follow with the second example, then do what I just did. This is a full guide on body composition, guys. Here's, obviously I showed these at the beginning. Here is my clients that I've worked through. These are only literally 5 clients. I've worked like 70, 100 guys. So there's so many. I can only fit so many on the screen, and these are just recent people. Like this was May, this was February to April or something, but he's still with me. But like this is just the change that we had. But he's main gaining from here, of course, like I said in the video. This was like 2 months ago to now. This was 1 month from April to May, and then this was like January to beginning of April, right? And I'm going to keep changing, of course, and I'm going to keep with these videos getting transformations like this. This is how you deficiate calories, lean bulk, main gain, full body recomposition changing. This is how you do it. Now, if you guys are interested in my one-on-one coaching, you guys can fill out the form in my bio. We'll take a free call. I'll tell you all about it, how I'm able to change your life, etc., etc. Just like I did to these guys, change their whole view on fitness, and plenty more to come. I do this the rest of my life is what I plan to do, of course. If you guys want to have this transformation, or if this video helped you enough, then I hope so. My goal is to help people, so I hope this happens. I'm going to have my socials, trying to look up here. My socials will be put around here the whole entire time of this video, or the whole last half of this video. That being said, go follow my socials, go look at everything. I post free info, free content on my TikTok and in my Instagram. And I'm also have all of my testimonials on my Instagram, more on my Instagram than I do TikTok because they have the story archives and stuff. Then if you guys want more videos like this, drop any questions in the comments or any video ideas in the comments of what videos, informational videos you guys want long form. And then any questions that you have, I'm going to be able to answer every question, or I'm going to have an answer for every question for you guys. So anyways, I hope you guys have a good day today. Make today good. I'll see you guys in the next video. Vlog out, end of this week. Peace, y'all.